So, sorry for the 5 minutes delay, dear friends. Nevertheless, we start another CAT for Grad webinar. As you remember, the aim of the project is to provide more info about CAT tools to teachers and students of the universities that strive to develop and introduce CAT courses into their curriculum. We already have interested parties who asked for our help and are in the process of getting academic licenses for the universities, and both also for methodological and technical support from the CAT producers. So I'm sure that today's CAT will be also interesting and useful, and there will be many of you that would prefer to use it for teaching CATs after listening to today's webinar. So let me introduce our today's guest CAT. It is Déjà Vu and Etienne Tessier, who is the head of training and consulting services of Atril company, the company that produces Déjà Vu, the CAT tool. As you may know, Déjà Vu is one of the oldest and most experienced CATs at the market. And so I'm sure Etienne has much in stock to tell us today, both about the program itself and about Atril's educational initiatives in particular. So Etienne, you're welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Alexander. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the technical problems. We would make it work anyway. I just want you to let you know before I continue that I'm sharing a part of my screen with you. That's a challenge, but we'll make it fun, okay? So my name is Etienne Tessier, and I'm in charge of Atril Solutions Training Department and Consulting Department as well. So I'm glad to talk to all of you today. It's an honor. And you work with universities, so it's great. What I'm going to do is to introduce you to the software. Okay, we will stay on the basics, just for everybody to understand how we work with Déjà Vu, what it can bring to the university courses, and why you would like it probably. I will also explain what are the resources that are available for you. Okay, we have a lot of online resources, free training, free support, and so I will share all of that with you, and I'm hoping that you will like it and that you want to teach that in the university. So let's start with the presentation. I hope you can see it entirely. I've tried to reset everything. You should see it now. So let's try with that. So just a small recap here. Déjà Vu is more than 30 years old now. It all started in 93. And if you heard about any CAT tool, with a translation memory, a term base, a translation grid, and you translating in it, well, Déjà Vu was pretty much the first tool to do that. Okay? It was a family business. It was a technical translator who had in mind to find an algorithm to never have to translate twice the same things. So that's how it invented a user interface linked to a translation memory in which you can work. Okay? So what you can keep in mind is that Déjà Vu was designed by a translator for a translator originally. So that's why Déjà Vu is really user-friendly. When you install Déjà Vu, when you use it, you can customize pretty much everything. The user interface, the language of the interface. It's really easy to get going with Déjà Vu. We also invented quite a lot of features that now are just that everybody takes for granted, such as the fuzzy matches, okay, the term bases, all of those. So just to make everything clear, the translation memory is a database which contains all the translations that you have done in the past and that you do from today. The term base contains terms, the glossary if you might. Well, when you work with Déjà Vu, all you have to do is to focus on the text that you have to translate and let Déjà Vu display the suggestions from you. So it comes from the translation memory or the term base. And you can mix all of that and work more easily. Okay? So the features that you can only see in Déjà Vu. So the quality assurance, I won't go into too many details because it's technical, but It means that at the end of the day, when you have completed a project, you can really choose what you want to check automatically, the terminology consistency, amongst other things. You can also, that's only in Déjà Vu, you can also benefit from the auto-write. That's something that most translators really love. The auto-write will give you suggestions when you translate based on your past translation. And if you want to, based on machine translation as well. Déjà Vu was also one of the first to integrate with machine translation. Okay? Something very powerful and very interesting is the fuzzy match repair as well. It means that if today you have to translate something slightly different than what you have translated in the past, Déjà Vu will try to repair that so that you just have to proofread the translation instead of starting from the scratch. All right. Let's talk about what I do in the company. I'm in charge of the training. I'm in charge of the consulting, the advices to the company or the universities. And I'm also in charge of support department. So if you want to give studies, courses about Déjà Vu X3, all you have to do is to contact me. And what we do with university is that we provide free licenses. Usually they are available for 1 year. And then every year we exchange a little about what was done and we renew the 1 year licenses. So installing Déjà Vu X3 is pretty straightforward. You just have to download the installer and click on it. Should you need anything to install the software, make sure it works with all the stations connected, we can help you for free. For the universities, the support is free. It's available 7 days a week, 24/7. Okay. For those of you who are teachers and who don't know about Déjà Vu, what we do is that we provide online training sessions so that you can be trained very easily and very fast. We also provide you with typical example files that you can use during the trainings at the university. Plus, let me share that with you. I don't know if you can see everything. I'm trying to share the web page right now. I hope you can see it. I'm crossing my finger because there was technical problems before the presentation, but I think it's all right. That's our resource center. Okay? Lot of articles, lot of tips, lot of materials to train people and to train yourself. I would say that maybe the most interesting thing for you right now would be the tutorials and documentation. If you go there, you will see different things. Exercises, user manuals, e-learning videos, we have a lot of them, a lot of e-learning videos that can really be useful for teaching purposes or just to learn how to use the software. I would recommend you to watch this one, recorded webinar for the new users. It really explains the basics of the tool. Okay? So pretty much all the necessary resources can be found here. We have product presentation, exercises, videos, getting started guides, and everything you might need can be found on this support platform. It's really recent. We implemented that new platform 3 months ago, and it's really a success. So you could create an account on this, and as teachers benefit from all the resources to train the students properly and easily. Okay. Same thing for the support. The support is free, as I said earlier. So if you have any question, you can contact us anytime. You can create your own account. When we sign a partnership with the university, you have what you call a support contract. So you have a unprioritized account and you can write to us at any time and we provide you with feedback or help if it is necessary. Okay? This is a list of clients we work with, but that's not the most interesting thing today. What I want to show you instead are just some universities we work with. Okay, it's just a portion of them, but you can see from Paris to London, Helsinki, Auckland, New Zealand, United States of America, Montreal, Geneva. We have partnership everywhere. We have new partnership in China as well, and we really love doing that. We love giving the opportunity to students to discover and to learn about Déjà Vu X3. Usually, that's the favorite CAD tool. It's really user-friendly, really easy to use, And so it can be really interesting to use it at the university stage. As I said, it is free for educational purposes. And we also have very, very interesting discounts for the students. A student who wants to buy Déjà Vu will only pay a third of the cost. There is no comparison on the market right now. So it can be really something interesting. Again, let me repeat that. All our support resources, from the installation to the trainings themselves, we can accompany you, we can help you and provide you with material, technical help, advices, everything. This is the customer satisfaction from our support department. We have 98% of customer satisfaction. So you don't have to worry about all of those. What you have to worry about is just training the students. All the rest, we take care of it and we help you with that. Okay? This is the screenshot of the user platform I've shown you before. Now, let me quickly explain the main, let's say the fundamentals of the tool, how it works. Well, that's how it works. That's a project-based CAD tool. It means that when you receive translation requests, you open Déjà Vu on your machine. It's not cloud-based, it's not online. It's more robust, we think, on the client desktop, on the machine, on the PC. So you open the software, you import the source file. You can import pretty much everything in Déjà Vu. There are very few formats that are not supported. If you want to see the list of formats, it's available on our help desk. You will see that there is very few that Déjà Vu can import. So all the file from Microsoft Offices, the PDF, file from other CAD tools, file from InDesign, you can import that into Déjà Vu. The point of doing that is that Déjà Vu will only extract the text. It will extract the text so that you can focus on the text, you can focus on translation. As I said earlier, you use translation memories and term bases to work with Déjà Vu. Translation memories are databases which contains, we say, the sentences, the segments. We call them segments in Déjà Vu. So there are whole sentences that you have translated in the past. Hello again. Apparently I've been disconnected. Is it?
Yes, please go on. Go on. Sorry, Etienne. There was a
Oh, I'm
very
sorry about that.
short. It's okay. It's okay. Please go on.
When was I disconnected? Where do you want me to pick this up?
I guess last 30 seconds.
Last 30 seconds. Okay, thank you, Alexander.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so I hope you can hear me properly now. So as I was explaining, this is the Déjà Vu interface, okay? In real life situation, it would look bigger. Now I'm focusing on the main aspect. So this is the translation grid here. This is actually where you translate. Here you can see all the data from your databases, okay? So that's really straightforward. All you have to do is to translate. And again, as soon as you start translating, suggestions will pop up automatically. You don't have to work on anything for that to work. It just works automatically. So that's why I'm insisting on the fact that Déjà Vu is really, really user-friendly. If you install it, you follow the tutorial, and you are ready to go. That's really easy. If you have one thing to retain, maybe to remember, that's one shortcut. Control plus arrow down. What is it is that when you translate a segment, you press that, control arrow down, and different things happen. Your translation is stored in the translation memory, so that means that you will never have to translate that again. It is stored. It's translated. It will always be referenced in your translation memory. When you press control down, something else happens as well. The next segment is automatically handled by Déjà Vu X3. Here there was a translation available, so it was leveraged by the software. When there are no exact translation available, Déjà Vu does something really interesting. Here, I'll try not to be too technical, but what happens here is that Déjà Vu mixed some components from your translation memory, so that you have translated in the past, with machine translation. So that's really, really useful. If you don't want to use machine translation at all, you can, of course, disable it. You don't have to enable machine translation, but it can be really interesting to combine your own translation with machine translation. Okay, when you have a segment, you don't have the translation for it, you just have a portion of it, Déjà Vu will pick it up and combine with machine translation. That's really something quite unique and that's really interesting. It allows the translator to really gain a lot of time. Of course, you have to proofread, making sure it's working fine. But here the translation is good. If you will have to take my word for it, I guess, but if some of you read French, this is a proper translation. I just have to, I'm proofreading this and I can proceed. I confirm the segment and I switch to the next one. All of those things that you see, the results from the translation memories, from the term bases. Let me show you a term here. You see in blue here, we have the entry from the glossaries, from the term base. All of that was invented by Déjà Vu. So that's a really mature software, yet really easy to use, more user-friendly than any CAD tool out there, I would say, and very robust, because it's installed on your machine. It's not in the cloud, it doesn't rely on the network. You install it on your machine and you have everything in the same interface, from the terminology extraction to the translation itself, to the maintenance of translation memories. You can also share the work with your colleagues, so if you are interested in having students sharing a project, you can do that in Déjà Vu. And that's really, really, really easy to use. So of course, there are a lot of things that you can do, a lot of things I won't show today. I just want to show the basics. But my point is, Déjà Vu is a great CAD tool. The translation memory and the term bases, all in the same interface, we invented that. It's really robust and it's really easy to use. Plus, should you decide to teach Déjà Vu X3, we have all the resources available for you. I'm repeating myself, but I'm just trying to insist on the important aspects of that. So all of those resources, they are accessible for you. And me and my team, we are available from the very beginning to the end of the process, from the installation to the consulting phase, to providing you with files, with example, to provide you with trainings material, and at the very end, for validating, delivering the student with a certification. Okay? So now I will be waiting for your questions. I don't think I have forgotten anything. Those are really the most important aspects that I wanted to show you today. So now, should you have any question, please feel free bombarding me. I would be happy to answer them.
Thank you, Etienne, very much. I see already some questions, and I do try to be very fast to gather it from the groups everywhere. I mean, where the advertisement was placed on Facebook mostly. So, and a very typical question that we usually have, which is from Olga, is who should I apply if I want to use Déjà Vu as a program to teach at the cats at the university, and what are the technical requirements? What information should be provided from the university to request for academic licenses?
Well, as soon as you have an academic validation, as soon as you are certified as a real academic, provider, as a university, you are free to contact us. You can write to me. You can write to contact@atril.com. Happy to assist you in the procedure. It's in terms of installing the JavaX3, it's really easy, as I said earlier. So then we sign an agreement. We provide you with as many licenses as necessary. They are usually valid for 1 year, so that's 2 semesters. You are free to create the program you want to create. Of course, you are absolutely free of doing that. If you need any advice on that, you can contact us. We can combine and find something interesting together, and then it's all good. You can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. The next question is, what are your plans for the cat development? How do you see your cat in the nearest future? And what is the way you see the development of the whole cat market in the nearest future? I probably can narrow it to 5 years, since no one knows who can what can happen in 20 or 30 years.
My opinion, right? But no, 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 not at all. But I will share.
Yeah,
I think that
sure.
one of the future aspect of the CAD tool is to combine with machine translation. I'm not a huge fan of machine translation. That's almost a political discussion, right? I know that I should be careful with what I say, but that's something more and more common. People ask LSPs, agencies, they ask translators to post-edit the translation. That's something we can be against, or that's something we can embrace and try to make the most of it. People will always need a translator to translate from the very beginning to the end, but I think that combining machine translation with the translation memory technology is something really interesting. And as far as we are concerned, we've been doing that for 4 years at least, maybe more. Combining machine translation means combining your translation with machine translation. We've been, as far as I know, again, that's only my opinion, is sharing the project. And I'm not talking as a project manager or a LSP perspective. I'm talking translator who can get an interesting contract, like a big project, and wants to work with the colleagues that he chooses, his own colleagues, his own friends. That's something that Déjà Vu facilitates as well. But I guess we could do best. So that will be one of the things we'll go toward, to make for the translator, make it even easier to share the work and all these resources, like in maybe when we speak about Dropbox or things like that. We already do that for the bigger groups, the agencies, the institution. We have online resources. They can store the translation memories and their project online. I think that offering that to the translator in a slightly different configuration might be really interesting as well.
Okay.
That's two main things that I can think about right now.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And
Yeah.
also interoperability,
Yeah, sure.
forgive me. This one is really
Sure.
important. Exchanging from one CAD tool to the other. And we already do that as well, exchanging files with, it doesn't matter who your project manager or your colleagues, it doesn't matter which tool they are using. It's a free world. Everybody is free their own CAD tool, in my opinion. And well, for us, it's really important to flawlessly exchange information from one CAD tool to the other. That's what we provide. And that's a good timing, actually, because right now we are testing our new version, the new update, which will be available beginning of January, which, by the way, for free. And we worked again on the XLIF and the TMX filters, which allow to work seamlessly with other CAD tools. So we are really proud about that. I think a CAD tool has to be open nowadays. Players who try to control and make sure that those users they use this CAD tool are wrong. I think that we should make sure that people are entitled to choosing their own CAD tools. Again, that's my opinion.
Okay, the more opinions that are joined together in our CAD for Grad course, they, form something which actually is future. So this is what is the most important. The question is rather technical, and I guess it's from a university representative. Do I need to pass any certification in order to get a free academic licenses, or it's just enough to confirm to your representative my intention to develop a e-learning course, on the basis of the Déjà Vu? So a technical questions. Do teachers have to take any kind of certification before they teach the course at the universities?
No, say they can if you are teaching in a university and you
Mhm.
have interest in teaching Déjà Vu, that's enough for us to provide you with licenses. Having said that, we still want to make sure that, forgive me, but that you know what I'm about. So we will simply discuss together. Maybe we can combine that. That's usually what we do. We combine if there are several people that are interesting. We find 1 day or half a day or 2 hours, and we make sure that all the basics, all the fundamentals, they are mastered by the teacher. I guess that makes sense. We have to make sure that the teachers master the software one way or the other, at least the basics, the main aspects of the program.
But this is not actually a kind of certification, right? It's just a kind of dialogue between a university and Déjà Vu producers who just give bits of advice and get the feedback to make sure that everything is in line,
Yes,
right?
and at the end of the day, we actually provide a certificate, but it's more symbolic than anything else.
Uh-huh. Okay. But
Okay.
what I'm sure, at least when it goes about Ukrainian and Russian teachers, certification is a part of the university and teacher's life. So should there be possibility from the Déjà Vu producers from Atril to provide the certificate that the teacher indeed uh, managed the tool, I think that there should be teachers that are interested in the certificate as well, since actually it shows that they are developing, I mean, the teachers themselves.
We, we,
So
we
this is
provide them,
okay. So this
of
is
course.
also an important issue.
Maybe I didn't understand the question properly. What I
An important,
meant is that you don't have, you can, you can contact
no,
us
no,
and
no.
ask for the licenses before having the certificate. Okay, you don't have to be certified to contact us and to develop a program. That's what I meant.
Yes, another question that I caught from the Facebook is what version of the program is typically used for teaching? So is it a server version or just the one which is can be called freelance one? This is I'm already interpreting the question.
Usually,
So
well,
what is the version which is used?
when we talk about Déjà Vu, which is the client tool, the translation tool itself, there are two versions. The professional version, which is intended for the freelance translator, and the workgroup version, which is more project management oriented. The workgroup version has all the features that the professional version offers, plus very advanced project management features. Usually in the university, we provide all of the students with workgroup version because not only you teach translation, but also we talk about project management, such aspects. So it can be interesting for the students to have the whole aspect of the software. So we provide the universities and the teachers and the students with the workgroup version. If you want to know more about that, there is a software comparison on the website. I will show it to you right now. You can compare the products,
Okay.
and there
Mhm.
is a clear tab with all the features and the difference between the versions. So on the very right, that's the workgroup. Here, that's the professional, and here, that's the free version, which is more limited. Usually, typically, we provide the universities with workgroup version because we want the students to have a full picture.
Mhm. So all roles can be performed
Absolutely.
within this version of the
Then there
product,
is something
if
different. I will
if
make
I'm right.
very, very fast, just a precision. There is also another tool which is called the team server, which is not Déjà Vu itself. It's more another technology that we offer and that we linked with Déjà Vu, which is a team server, which is a whole different thing. It offers the possibility to store the translation memories online on your cloud, your own dedicated cloud, to share the project and say, something that's interested for you, you can still apply and contact us about that, of course. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, sure, clear. One more question, which was actually the continuation, actually, of the previous one when we are talking about the unification of the formats and unification of the tools themselves. Um, mm, mm, Alex asks if it is possible or do you see any kind of unification between the desktop-based and cloud-based tools in future? From
I'm
our
sorry, I'm
audience.
afraid you will have to repeat that one. It was cut for a while, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. The question is, as long as you were talking about the unification of the formats and the tools themselves for users to be able to use actually different tools and the same format, do you see possibility to unify not only desktop tools among themselves, but also with the cloud-based tools?
I guess it depends on what tools Alexei is talking about. There are tools that are online, absolutely, really interesting one, by the way. Yes, I get that should be doable to, well, I'm not, I'm not an engineer, so I don't want to say big mistakes, but I guess that using standard compliance, there is no reason it would not work, like Xlif, TMX, XML. Yeah, sure, why not? When we talk about plugging our clients, Déjà Vu X3, to external translation memories online, maybe that would be tricky, way more tricky. But I can see why someone using an online tool should not be able to export a subset or the project in a certain format, and then we could import it into Déjà Vu, and the other way around as well. A project manager using Déjà Vu can export an XLIF file that hopefully could be imported on whatever platform you are referring to. Yeah, that would be great. That's doable. We're always trying to be the most compatible out there.
Okay, frankly, I don't see other questions, but the last question, which is rather also technical, another from, I guess, a teacher from a university who asks, usually CAT producers ask to put their banner at the university website. Is it also the case with Déjà Vu? Do you have the banner and do we have to put it? I guess it's an advantage
Yes,
for university as well to show that
yes,
they're
we
advanced
don't.
and they're using
That's
CAD
not a
tools.
requirement.
Do you have such a practice?
Yeah, it's
Uh,
not mandatory. It's not that mandatory, but it's good for us. I guess it can be good as well for you, and it's just mutual benefits. We usually we ask, can you put our logo somewhere, and can we use your logo as well? If you don't want to, well, that's all right. But usually, yeah, we ask to do that because it's just,
okay,
a nice thing to do.
okay, it's quite natural, and as from the experience that I have, having taught at the university for 16 years, I think that it's beneficial, it's mutually beneficial for both parties, since it shows to everyone that the university is advanced and is teaching computer-aided tools. Okay, as I actually don't see any other questions different from the ones that I have already expressed, I thank you very much to you, Etienne. In spite of all the technical issues, it was a great webinar. And you can see yourself, yes, from the
Thank you.
audience, which is everyone is watching and with us so far. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear friends, for listening to us today. Inspire and sorry for all the technical issues. This was Etienne Tessier and Déjà Vu from Atril company. Thank you very much. All the best.